Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Hitoner Chapter 4. I'm really excited to continue. I've had a lot of fun with it so far. I thought it's been really good. And it's nice just to read something from the start again, just to have something new, something fresh that I'm reading on the channel. I do read occasionally some new stuff on my own, but to read something new on the channel is really fun. It's been a little bit of a while since I've gotten to do that. I think maybe not since Ichi the Witch was maybe the most recent before this one. But yeah, super big thank you to all of you who have been here, especially if you're new, but also especially if you're returning. Thank you for being here, and yeah, the support's been really great, so, thank you. Let's actually start reading. I don't think there's anything to talk about before we start reading, given that it's not like we left off in the middle of anything specific necessarily. Chapter 4 of this heartwarming story in which different species learn about one another begins. Here we have a family of Kemo who know nothing about Hito. Hup, easy peasy. Horseboy Stalio. Oh, I see you've been helping out again today. You'll make a great courier someday. Also, this is 30 pages again, so they're kind of putting in the work for longer chapters. No one hauls stuff like we can, so don't worry about those pesky grades, kiddo. Who needs counting when you got muscles? Lately, people have been using those trains or whatever to haul stuff around, but all they do is leave the cargo reeking of charcoal. Better to just leave it all to us. I'm off to school. Morning. Did you finish your homework? Nope, I did. Hey, if one guy does it, then everyone else will have to too. It's no fair if only one of us pulls ahead of the pack. Morning, Stalio. But if you don't do your homework, you won't be able to become a train conductor someday. Like I'd want to be one of those. Our species defines our future anyway. Studying's just a big ol' waste of time. Hey kids, so we're seeing in this world people thinking that your species will determine your future and all of that. But I feel like they're also on the cusp of the technology of this world making that invalid. Like, we're seeing how it's a bad idea because we, with future sight, know it's a bad idea to be like, these trains, they'll never work out. They'll always need us to carry things. When in fact, we know that the trains probably will catch on. But it also gives us a better idea of where the world of the Kemo is, because we noticed that they don't have space travel yet. They don't seem to have as packed of urban populations to have like built huge buildings or anything. So now we're seeing, they're just at the point where trains are kind of becoming a new thing for them. We have an emergency. Today, a Hito is coming to our school. What? Chapter 4, the Hito upperclassmen. Just some conservative propaganda. It's such a funny poster. The fingers, the long dexterous fingers. How's the interspecies exchange going, Tonelico? Chief Beastkin Commonwealth Chief's Residence, or Central Beastkin Commonwealth Chief's Residence. Very well, sir. We have sought to understand the Hito's language as our first step in grasping the truth behind their civilization. Progress has been slow, but I can feel it working, so they haven't given up, they're still working on it. I see. It's an ambitious project, but a wonderful one all the same. However, we cannot afford to slow down in our efforts to gather information on the Hito's world. I assure you I understand that. But Hitoshi is also something of a de facto representative of their civilization. As such, their unique expressions require careful wording. So the phrase, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Best not to say that one out in public. Which ends up taking time. Right. No matter how friendly he may seem, his conversations with everyone will decide our future relationships, meaning he'll have no choice but to choose his words carefully. He was a civilian with the job of astronaut back on his homeworld. He does not need to be bearing the burden of political decisions here. There must be some way for us to help ease his tensions, but how could we? I also love how overly thought out this is, because we could have had Hitoshi just lands on the world of furries, we don't actually take it that seriously scientifically, and he just has goofy adventures, so to speak, goofy slice of life with them. But we have really dug down into the minutia of their communication and what it means politically for the world of the Kemo. We have taken it overly seriously, and I think that that was a good way to do it, because it just makes sense and it gives the series its own flavor, while again, not taking it seriously and just being goofy and fun could have been fun in its own way. This is, it adds this level of thoughtfulness to it. And then, but how could we? I have an idea. Central Western Forest School, Were Panda Elementary School. And so Hitoshi paid a visit to a Kemo elementary school. But, you little brats. And they're just all wrestling with him. If we have him interact with children who hold no ulterior motives or reservations themselves, he should be able to speak more freely. He's right in that it'd remove any reason to be formal. Hito's so weak, can't even put up a fight. But now it's the opposite extreme, completely lacking in courtesy of any kind. Don't let your guard down. Touching its skin makes you a Hitoner. It already got everyone in the government. But nothing's happening. The Hito can't do anything. All right, everyone, return to your seats. Today's a great opportunity for you all, as you'll be able to observe a real alien species, the Hito. I'd like you all to behave yourselves and refrain from biting or scratching it. And again, taking it seriously in this way has made it so that you could... as this goes on, I think it'll be less true, because we'll get more and more into the Kemo being furries as an important thing, like we see here with them having an idea of your species shaping your future and everything like that. But in a general sense, at least in this early few chapters, I said before, it's like you could replace the Kemo or the Hito with any alien race, and the general story would be the same. They're not the ones doing the observing here. This is for Hitoshi to observe your class. And then, I love the facial expressions. I love the art so far. Can you speak Kemo? I'm not good at speaking it myself, but I can communicate with you through writing, he writes down. Whoa, that's so cool. The Hito's really smart. I have a question. Why are you bald everywhere but your head? Little brat Tonelico. I'm told it's because I evolved differently from the Kemo in order to regulate my body temperature. With a lack of body hair, I can survive in hot climates and be active for long periods of time without tiring out. There were also Hito who lacked hair on even their heads. What? They were so diverse. Hey, just talking to it might turn you into a Hitoner, you know. It's not talking, it's writing. Why do you smell so different from us? We have a more varied diet than even your omnivores, and what we eat as well as our lifestyles tends to show up more clearly in our body odors. This is why our scent may seem unique to you. Was it hot on your Earth? Our environment was very similar to yours. What other kinds of Hito species did you have? Are you the smartest kind? Our skin color and constitution varied by region, but we were all one species. Our intelligence had nothing to do with our races. How did you get here? Let me see your tail. How old are you? Did you have girls too? Give me a moment. Oh? We're gaining information from a completely new perspective, thanks to the children's bluntness. I wonder if this is what the chief was hoping for. Perhaps, in order to get a more detailed understanding of the Hito's home, it's best if I just watch and wait. This is way more fun than our normal classes. It's got you all fooled. My pop said even the government's been taken over by it. But it seems like a nice guy. How could a hairless thing like that be a nice guy? That's just what Hito look like, though. We could look like that, too, if we evolved the same way. Let's go back to everyone else, okay? The Hito must have ended up the only species because it got cursed for eating all its friends. This face is insane. The heck you say to him, you little brat? We may have only had our single species, but there were many countries between us. Countries? What's a country? You'll learn about this once you become third graders, but they're basically different groups broken up by continent. We're the Central Commonwealth, but there's also the Miaska Kingdom and the Northern Bear Alliance. At its peak, my planet had over 200 different countries on it. 200? And thousands of languages. Thousands? Speak one for us. And he Star Warses them? The reactions are great. This is English. When we learned that the Japanese we heard the other day was but one of thousands of their languages, we felt our souls leave our bodies. True, because you only have one person to work with, and luckily he at least apparently knows some English, because if not, you're literally getting one language from Earth. We may be one species, but our countries, languages, and cultures can all differ, leading to new meetings and discoveries every day. Which is why, when I first saw your town, I felt a sense of nostalgia so strong that I couldn't put it into words. And again, I love, this looks like the same shot as before. I love the design. It looks so good. I love, town designs in general, so I'd love to see more. Hitoshi, you're not going to get me with that. You're too much of a blockhead, Stalio. I want to hear more of what the Hito has to say. Shut up. And then Hitoshi lifts him. Hey, what the heck? Ask me anything you like, but you're going to sit here until you do. What? Sneaky little brat. The probably jealously angry Tonelico. Fine then. Why can you write our language, huh? I wanted to be able to talk to you all, so I studied really hard. So what kind of country was that English thing from? From there, Hitoshi took the opportunity to teach everyone about his planet's various countries, one which held enormous power, one which stretched across an incredible distance, one which was home to bountiful nature, and one which boasted an abundance of citizens. Is that enough for you? Lucky, you got to ask the Hito so many questions. There's no point in learning about its stupid planet anyway. It's as useless as learning math equations. I'd have been better off doing some push-ups. Are push-ups what you hope to do in the future? What? No, I'm just doing them to train my muscles. Duh. Math is the same, you know. You may not be using equations in the future, but doing them will help your brain with calculating things later. It's about laying the foundation for how you'll think when you're older. Languages, arts, science, social studies, textbooks, homework, tests, and even your school, all of it. It's all to fuel how far you'll be able to get in life someday. So I want you to focus all you can on your studies. Oh, you're so annoying. Did you have homework on your planet too? Wait, with the way you talk, it sounds like you were the type to slack off yourself, Hitoshi. He seems almost like a student himself. I wonder if the Hito would also spend time with their fellow schoolmates like this, acting like children, without a care in the world. And then one of them starts humping, "Hold it, you little brat!" Once again, probably the jealousy in Tonelico. Wow, this is the Hito's Earth, and all of the different notes and drawings are put together to form it. What a weird planet. I wish I could see it. I hope I can visit someday. How'd you make so many countries? By cherishing our families and helping one another out. After years and years of civilization, the planet naturally ended up this way. Their sing-song language was likely so much fun for them to use that they expanded into creating even more of them with countries to go along with them. Hito are so cute. And we have them leaving the school. Hitoshi was super neat. I want to see the Hito's planet. I wonder how far studying can really get you. I'm going to start studying more tomorrow for sure. I've always studied. I'm going to study a whole bunch and make a whole lot of countries. I guess I should do my homework next week. And then we ponder what it means to learn and to know as we move toward new understanding. Again, really, really good. I feel like my thoughts at the end are kind of the thoughts that I stopped and interjected into the middle, where it's like, I like the seriousness of it and the way they handle that. It's an interesting way of telling their stories. The comedy is fun too. Honestly, I like the comedy in Hitoner so much that there's a part of me that wants more of it, that wants more of the comedy, that wants more of the fun. But using it sparingly and taking things seriously is probably also good, because I worry then, I'm like, oh, I want more of the comedy, but if we had too much of it, would it not hit as well? Would it not work as well? Either way, though, I had a lot of fun reading this. I don't think I have any more thoughts than I laid out while reading right here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Hitoner, much more on the channel. If you want to help support the channel by sharing around or dropping a super, thanks. It's really appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or patron, just hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. And you get to help support the channel, get your name at the end of videos, and get One Piece Bingo early. So thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Holly and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls Didi Ban and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardeal, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.